Hello everyone, Martin here in Australia, ready to start my brand new job on BTN. I cannot wait. Woo! What is that big yellow thing in the sky? Jeez. Whoa, I've melted, man. That was not part of the plan. What's going on? I just need to figure out how I can move this thing with no actual arms. I'll be back in a bit.
South Australia has sweltered through a record-breaking heat wave.
Records are tumbling this afternoon.
Hit 46.2 degrees.
Australia has been hitting record temperatures in some parts. Here in Adelaide, it got to nearly 47 degrees a few weeks ago. In some places, it was even hotter, 49.5 in a place called Port Augusta. And here at Barona Downs, it was 35.6 degrees at night minimum. In fact, the Bureau of Meteorology says it was Australia's hottest ever January. And as Amelia told you earlier, you guys have had some pretty nasty natural disasters. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed how hot it is. Woof! I know I have. You see, I'm from a place called Scotland in the UK. That's why I talk a little bit funny. And over there right now, it's snowing and it's pretty cold. But that's nothing compared to what's been going on in the US recently. There was a huge cold snap, and in some places it got down to below -40. It was so cold that people were taking photos of frozen hairdos and frozen pants. They even had to set the railway tracks on fire so that the train could still run. What's with all this crazy weather? Is it normal? Is it climate change? Will I survive here in Australia? So many questions. And who better to answer them than the weather experts at the Bureau of Meteorology? I love talking about the weather, but it's been pretty unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had all sorts. We've had floods in northern Queensland, and we've had fires in Tasmania. We've had heatwave conditions, lots of varied weather across Australia.
I've got to ask, is this usual weather patterns, or has this got something to do with climate change?
Well, weather's what we feel and see every day. If you find yourself asking, what should I wear today, or do I need to take an umbrella with me, that's you thinking about the weather. Climate generally describes the typical conditions that you experience at a location or a region over a long period of time. We will always see bushfires and severe weather events, but with climate change, we're going to see more extremes and more intense weather systems.
Unusual weather events do happen, and they don't necessarily mean a change in the climate. But many experts reckon that climate change does mean that we're seeing more extreme weather events more often. That means we might have to do some serious thinking about how we'll cope in the future. That could mean building cities and transport that can cope with extreme heat or cold, changing where we live, or even rethinking the time of day we go to work or school. In the meantime, I need some advice about how to cope with an Aussie summer.
Turn on your air conditioning. Go to the pool and keep cool, yeah. You need to wear a hat when it's really hot so you won't get burnt, and you also need some sunscreen.
Thanks everyone, some really good tips there, and as you can see, I've made a few changes to deal with the heat. But for now, I think I'm going to stay in Australia. I love it here, it's brilliant.